How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another one of my update note videos. If this is your first time checking out one of these videos, I like to go through the update notes, kind of call out what I believe is important, what, let's say, updates are expanding upon previous content, what makes sense for the new player, the mid-game player, the end-game player. Today we have America's Playground and Season 16 kicking off. It's saying return to Atlantic City to enjoy a new expedition, an all-new questline, exploring the post-nuclear New Jersey boardwalk, and a fresh change to our season system. So we've done 15 seasons in a row now. All these seasons have looked very similar. Today we're going to be getting a slightly different approach at seasons, but before all that, let's see what they have to say. Last year, you met fresh faces and explored new locations with the expeditions to Atlantic City. Now it's time for you to go back and wrap up some unfinished business. And like they're saying, you met some fresh faces. We were able to meet kind of the factions over there, the showrunners, and everybody else involved in AC. So now we get to expand a little bit more on that. But for the update highlights, it's calling off America's Playground, the new quest line, exploring the boardwalk, and the changes to the seasons. For America's Playground, saying return to Atlantic City to help Mayor Tim against an invasion of Overgrown. And then that's going to be basically the third expedition. The new questline, unravel a deadly plot hiding in the closet of the glamorous Russo family in this new multi-mission questline. I'm a fan of them adding these little side quests, expanding upon either existing factions or even the new ones that they're creating. So for example, we have the AC one, we have these being expanded upon. Not so long ago, we also had the Blue Ridge Caravan having a questline kind of expanded to that faction. I think it's pretty good to keep bolstering whatever lore they're setting up in Appalachia. They're saying explore the boardwalk. This update expands our take on post-nuclear New Jersey. Explore further into the city and take on new side quests. There are new faces to meet, so make sure you go say hi. And then changes to the seasons. We are introducing changes to our season system to offer you more flexibility when earning rewards. Please read the season changes section below for more info. And towards the end of this video, I'll pop on 76 and then just give a preview of the different pages for people to claim. And then I'm going to reserve a lot of my take on that until I'm actually in the game, exploring the content. But as an initial take on the change to seasons, I think it might actually work better for myself and some of the things I was already claiming, things I wasn't using. Now if I can kind of pick and choose, that might actually allow more flexibility, but more on that soon. So for AC, America's Playground, when we last left the glitzy boardwalk of AC, we had run a deadly game show with the showman and even encountered the family, the local organized crime outfit. Now the leader of AC's own municipal government, Mayor Tim, calls upon your help against an invasion of Overgrown. Can you fend off the dangerous plant-like beings encroaching upon Atlantic City and this all-new expedition mission? I will say real quick, in terms of expeditions, really enjoyed AC multiple fold over the Pit. I didn't personally play the Pit in previous Fallout. I think it was Fallout 3. I didn't play that, so I didn't have that nostalgic, ooh, I want to check that out. It was a brand new area for me. The community and I ran a bunch of those and then quickly didn't really want to go back unless we really needed to. Even when we had the daily challenges to do something in the Pit, that was something we would re-roll or just ignore. Whereas these past so many months of running AC content, I personally prefer the tax evasion one as opposed to the expeditious game or whatever it exactly called. But I think it's good that they're not only expanding this area, they're adding a new expedition. In my mind, if the Pit was maybe a little better received, we might have actually gotten an expansion on that. So I feel like the player base's response to content then will dictate how much further they'll lean into certain new systems they introduce, whether it's the interior cells that we're entering to go to AC to leave Appalachia. So I feel like a lot of feedback that the community has been given has also shaped what we might be encountering in AC and for future content. But we'll get back to that later. Family comes first, the all-new questline. Back home in Appalachia, players will embark upon a new multi-mission questline surrounding the glamorous Russo family. Opening a new nightclub in Appalachia, the Russos hope to start a quieter, though still comfortable, life away from the rat race of AC. Sadly, that won't be in the cards. As a deadly plot unfolds, player must uncover the skeletons, or perhaps devils, lurking in the Russo family's closet in this new quest coming to Fallout 76. Again, expanding upon the Jersey Devil, the Lesser Devil, the various cryptids we might run into. I want to see more of that, absolutely. Explore the Boardwalk. This is their expansion onto AC. They're saying America's Playground also expands upon Fallout's take of post-nuclear New Jersey, allowing the players to further explore the city at their own leisure, or even take on new side quests, meet with the local merchants, and shop, or even play a part in passing on the torch within the inner circle of the family. Very curious. If they're saying there's new shops, new merchants, that could mean they have rare items that we may have to hop around and double check. We'll see if that's exactly what it means. I am interested in checking out this area alone without having any, let's say, responsibility attached to it. The same way you have the pit. The pit was just the two different expeditions. Again, I feel like if maybe it was better received, if it was maybe, again, it wasn't a bad expedition. I try to remain very neutral. In the time that we've played the pit, there's been a variety of takes from it's not bad to I enjoy it to I don't want to run this ever again after I get what I need. So I've seen definitely a spectrum of responses to that, and part of me felt like people just wanted to run that content until it didn't really give them new rewards. Although it seems like with the new expeditions, there's people that just like to run them to farm out modules and other things too, so that could be probably a good source of script and other resources. But I wonder to myself, if they're exploring AC, if they're expanding it, why didn't they do that as thoroughly for the pit? I mean, at the end of the day, the pit, depending on the mission you choose and the stage of the mission, you can go to those areas and kind of explore, but again, I'm surprised there wasn't some sort of, hey, just fast travel there, check it out. So we do have the opportunity to check out the Boardwalk, the surrounding areas. And now we have the seasonal changes. This is 16. We've done 15 seasons already. It's a different take on it. We don't have a scoreboard, that we're going around, let's say, board space to board space, going all the way to 100. Based off of the image in front of us right now, it's saying score rank 100 out of 100. It's showing the 3500 score rank, so that didn't increase, decrease, or anything like that. Just quickly looking at this image, if I'm able to collect what I want from this page, for example, the Percival's Pith Helmet, some legendary cores, maybe. I actually have a lot of cores, so maybe that's not something that I collect. The icon, maybe I pass on. Liquid Courage, I pass on. The Big Feet Rug, might want to grab that. There's a few things here that I foresee myself wanting to claim. I'm going to have to really jump in and see what my restrictions are. Again, I want to reserve a lot of my takes on this until I'm actually running this content, and for those that have caught my previous scoreboard videos, I wait until I hit 100, and then I claim ranks 1 to 100, and while I'm doing that, I give feedback. I kind of give overall looks and counts of different numbers when it comes to all the resources you're getting. I don't foresee the scoreboard changing too much. I feel like it's more of a visual thing, but again, this is my early take. I haven't checked out the PTS. I haven't looked too far into it, so a lot of this I'll be exploring with the community for the first time. And again, if it allows me to be more flexible in claiming the things I want and disregarding, let's say, power armors, maybe legendary cores aren't a thing that I want to claim, but I want every single module I get. Maybe I don't actually spend all my stamps that I accumulate by the time I hit 100. Maybe by the time I hit 100, I've had a little bit picked from each and every page. It says there's 13 pages of different things to claim. So now let's just say I'm claiming like a couple things here and there. If I'm not claiming the other items, I'm understanding it as currency I would be using on the next page when I unlock that next page. But I'll have to look more into this. I'm very curious to see what the community's take on this as we get, let's say, the first couple dozen levels in, how people are liking what they're claiming. More on that soon, and definitely keep an eye out for my seasonal scoreboard claim, which I guess we're not even going to call this a scoreboard anymore. Our Season 16 scoreboard refresh. We'll have to tackle that. But the scoreboard is changing to a new and improved seasons menu. So we'll call it a menu instead of a scoreboard, I guess. At the start of every new season, you'll be able to view all the exciting rewards you can earn and even the rewards offered after rank 100. Side note, I accidentally forgot to claim ranks 101 to whatever I finished the season off. I didn't get that far post 100. I think I only got to like 156. I still missed out on at least 500 atoms, some cores, modules, and other stuff. Complain over, I guess. But they're saying after 100, they're still going to be, again, offering more ranks. I don't see a whole lot changing there. Rewards are displayed across multiple pages, which can be unlocked as you reach their required rank. Every time you rank up, you'll earn 25 tickets, which can be redeemed for rewards on the pages you unlocked. Just like the scoreboard, all you need to do is increase your rank to earn the score. Again, a lot of this seems very similar to what we were already doing. I would also like to remind people that before we had, was it the Legendary run? I think Season 1 was referred to as the Legendary run. Somebody might need to correct me in the comments, but before we had the scoreboard, we just had a list of challenges that we were completing, and those challenges rewarded us. And then they wound up shifting things around where it's like, okay, as long as you keep playing, you can still claim rewards. So I think this is just another expansion of like, hey, let's give this a refresh. Let's see how we can move things around, but ultimately a lot of stuff stays in the score menu, scoreboard, whatever you want to refer to it as. Because I've already heard a few hot takes on this that were more negative, and I feel like until you get to rank 100, until you start claiming everything, it's exactly what it is. It's a hot take. But we'll see. And then those 25 tickets that you are claiming can be redeemed for the words on the page. And then again, we're just going to continue to keep completing challenges as we normally would. It says, please note, make sure you use all of your tickets for the end of the season, as unused tickets expire and do not carry over. Out of 15 different seasons, every season that I've gone 100, I successfully claimed, except the very last one. So if I missed out on 500 atoms, I don't know, a dozen modules and some other stuff, and it changes drastically, the post 100 grind, I'll be kicking myself in the rear for that, but that's okay. And then all players will have access to the base rewards in each season, just like the scoreboard. Fallout First members will automatically have access to the Fallout First Season Pass, which provides access to the premium rewards in each season. We saw that not too long ago. It seemed like they were really upping the value of Fallout First by increasing the rewards we got from the scoreboard. And again, that's continuing into the score menu. We're offering something new at Season 16. Non-Fallout First players will be able to purchase the Fallout First Season Pass in-game with atoms to gain access to these new rewards. So instead of the whatever it is, $8.99, $12.99 if you're in the States per month for Fallout First, I still don't know what this Season Pass actually costs. I have yet to look into that, but I imagine it might be half the price if it's only going towards the Season Pass. We'll have to find out more. Challenges and score required to gain a rank in the seasons have not changed as part of this update, and players can expect to make progress at the same rate as in the previous seasons, which is great. That means get your XP buffs from ranks 1 to 100, try to get whatever extra leveling you can in to level up even faster, and then if you're able to get all those 2,500 tickets, if you're me, you're going to wait until you basically hit 100, kind of go through and then select the ones you want, see how much resources you have left over, and then I still have yet to see what the post 100 grind looks like for the score, but if I'm able to have excess stamps at the end of the season, and then after I hit 101 and beyond, I'm able to put those excess stamps into a bunch of additional resources, modules, things like that I'm hoping for, this might actually work better. Because I know me, I don't really care about power armor skins. If you've been claiming power armor skins for the past 15 seasons, you're set. You have a whole wardrobe full of different colors, and mix and match them to your Heart's Desire. For me, that might just translate to resources. And we got Season 16, Duel with the Devil. I will have the link in the description for this patch notes page if you want to check out the video that I introduced for the new season, a little preview of what else is going to be introduced into the game, some of the visuals, the cosmetics, and other things. Alright, bug fixes and improvements. There's a few different things that were fixed. I will skim through some of these. I'm not going to read them all, so again, the patch notes link will be in the description if you want to see exactly what you missed, or just pause the video, see exactly what we got here. Alright, so we have a few things fixed, previews of musical instruments, graphical issues with ultrasight laser beams using the beam focuser mod. Nothing too crazy yet. Fix an issue with certain Fasnacht masks not properly displaying in the display case. I haven't heard anything about that being an issue, but we do have Fasnacht in just a few months. I'm actually pretty happy that we have it multiple times a year. My hot take would be if we could have it twice a year, 1 week each time, that would actually be much better, I feel like, for the long term, but what do I know? Fix carry and throw previews in Pip-Boy. Saying for tax evasion, added caps icon for the stolen winnings when viewed in inventory menus. And then they added a new preview when you transform miscellaneous items to wet floor sign. I have no idea. I have no idea what that means. That's okay. I know there's a few people collecting wet floor signs, and they want more display space, more display cases for that. Gameplay, the mechanical derby game inside the Showman's Pier arcade now provides an intelligence buff. The aquarium sign now grants proper amount of plastic when scrapping. Fix an issue where players would see the word chain displaying on screen after using certain weapons. So unfortunately, we actually got a good laugh out of seeing a bunch of chain everywhere. If you were to run, let's say, Rad Rumble, somebody's using a Tesla, if you had left Rad Rumble and then came back, you would actually see chain everywhere. Sometimes in Scorch Beast Queen fights, you might have something like that as well. It was a laugh. If you haven't seen the word chain displayed multiple times all over the place, you might have to look for some videos or something like that. But rest in peace, chain. All right, players can navigate the map menu using movement buttons rather than just the arrow keys. So us console plebs don't even know what that's about. It's okay. Fix an issue preventing the user from firing in VATS when they swap their mouse buttons. Again, console pleb over here. Fix an issue causing NPCs to remain invulnerable when not expected to. Fix an issue to cause expedition team members to be removed from an expedition. I'm actually surprised in terms of expeditions, there wasn't any mention to people not being able to join expeditions. There's been a few times where we've ran expeditions with our community and somebody can't join the team, or they're in the team but can't join the expedition. Not really sure what's causing that, but maybe in a future update we'll see that. Various localization fixes in all languages, quests, added additional quest intro animations. There's a few things talking about fixing issues from quests not resetting properly, or dialogue issues, basically things that were causing issues with quests, either completing or resetting. Quest targets should now correctly point between Atlantic City and Appalachian locations. Continue balance changes and iteration in key quest combat encounters. So that's good. Balance changes, iteration in key. So when I read that, I just think of it as, oh, there might be quests that you run, and then all of a sudden there's a spike in how challenging it is. If it maybe wasn't intended, maybe they pulled back on DPS for characters or made characters more challenging. Not sure. Checkpointing bugs when logging out during certain quest objectives. Continue balance changes and iteration in key quest combat encounters. Again, kind of just speculating on what some of that means. And then there's a few different ones that I overlooked. So if you want to catch up on anything you missed, definitely check it out. For systems, we got fix the naming of the handmade rifle aligned grip. Okay. Energy weapons now get plus 65 damage bonus to Scorch from Prime Receiver to make it consistent with other weapons. Berry Mentats apparently wasn't working with Chem level 1, and we're good now. Headlamps and Raider power armor are now attachable to power armor helmets. There's a cat yelling at me. Can you please? Hi, I'm trying to read patch notes. That's my cat Monty saying hi. The West Virginia slot machine UI now requests the original 10 cap entry cost and deducts the original 10 cap amount per activation. That sounds like it was bugged, and if you spammed the button enough times, it wouldn't actually cost you more than 10 caps. I don't actually know, though. I don't know how to read that. I just kind of think of anything like what could have gone wrong. The purveyor will only reward Union power armor pieces once the plans have been learned. Yeah, that I definitely didn't learn any Union power armor plans, and I definitely have been receiving them for a few months now. I think the last update, the Boardwalk update that introduced AC, I want to say after eviction notice, I was then able to pick up a bunch of Union power armor pieces from super mutants that I had, again, never learned. I was like, okay, hey, free script is free script. I just personally don't like diluting my loot pool. So if you're somebody like me who just wants to get specific things and nothing additional, yeah, make sure you're not learning those. Atlantic City vendors will no longer open the trade menu automatically when talked with. Then I'm going to kind of skip through a few of these. Again, feel free to check out exactly what else is in here. Players can now eat meat or a corpse and receive 2 times of the benefits, including better hunger fulfillment when having the carnivore mutation. So I guess that was bugged for a little bit. Fix an error in the mutant's ultrasight right arm description? No idea. UI. Strike-throughs are now more accurate on large dynamic bundles. I have no idea what that means. Oh, okay. So if I was to take a guess at that, when you go to the item shop and you go to buy something and there's a bunch of stuff that you already purchased, there's a line going through it. Maybe that's what it means. For the words, for the bundles that have a lot of stuff, maybe the line was too big if the text was too small. That's just me guessing. I have no idea. Fix the UI issue with the flyouts disappearing after the player opens the menu. Had that happen. Fix an issue where the place a marker button was incorrectly starting the next expedition when looking at the map. Fix the bug causing the expedition marker to occasionally appear when making your character. And fix an issue where a legendary item modeled stayed on screen for longer than expected. Didn't run into that, but okay. We have some world fixes, floating objects, item textures, and then we have Miscellaneous. Fix an issue around time-gated expedition rewards not properly resetting. Players now receive a reward from matching 3 thumb-up symbols in the Atlantic City slot machine. Fix an issue where NPCs didn't have collision while sitting. There was something preventing certain overgrown from being properly decapitated. Pollinators should now correctly explode when killed. And of course these make sense, being the next expedition is all focused on overgrown. They were ironing out all those little bugs. Several adjustments were made to equipped items and apparel on certain NPCs. Cleaned up several typos and subtitle spoken dialogue mismatches. Removed some extra plans from Giuseppe's vendor inventory. And adjusted NPC placement and spacing in a few key conversations. And there you have it. We got our patch notes. America's Playground. The new Questline. The Boardwalk. And the change to seasons. Very curious to see what this update means for us. Excited to check this out with the community. We'll definitely be jumping in to Atlantic City. We'll be checking out the new season. Again, I personally will try to hit ranks 1 to 100 on the score menu, I guess I should refer to it as. And then I'll go back and try to kind of a la carte, just pick the things that I want and just leave the things I don't. See if that helps. It might help me in my post 100 grind. But I would say stay tuned. Alright, so we're at the main menu. It's disorienting to see the word seasons and not scoreboard or something like that. Open this up and we're going to be greeted with your first little intro. Basic stuff, complete challenges to earn score and rank up. earn tickets every time you rank up, and redeem tickets to claim rewards from the season's menu. Realistically, this is just, in my kind of take, it's just a reskin. It's just, instead of seeing in a giant board with 100 items at once, you're looking at a bunch of individual pages with things to claim on them. I'm quickly just going to go through all these 13 pages. If you want to check them out, pause the video, see exactly what you might be claiming. But let's see what we got. And now this should be page 13 of 13. So if you are hitting rank 100, it seems like here you have the bonus rewards, page 1 and page 2. Part of me feels like if all of these are individually costing 75, you would have to hit multiple level ups. I'm going to sit there and try to do the math of exactly what I would need to claim some of these things. It's interesting to see how they've been distributed, and I definitely would say between the green roof kit over here and a few other, sorry, the grass roof kit and a few other things that I've seen on these pages, I definitely want to claim them. But I also don't see myself claiming everything, so I feel like this might actually be a better way to go about the scoreboard, because somebody like me who doesn't use power armor for multiple seasons in a row is kind of like, oh boy, thank you for this thing I'm gonna just never use. So that's kind of just my take. I think this might be a good refresh to the score system, the seasonal system, and I definitely look forward to claiming more with the community as soon as I can. I would say thank you guys for checking out the video. If you do want to jump in, we're on the Xbox side of things. We stream on Twitch throughout the week. Check the video description for more information. If you want to come through, come join us, come grind out some score. And I would say keep an eye out for more goodies, more videos, more score claiming, and other things that we have going on with the community and things that I post up on my YouTube channel. So thank you for making it this far in the video. Definitely look forward to future adventures. But you guys have a good one, and I will catch you next time. Take it easy, everybody.